I know what type of situation you're in right now. You've been sat in bed for the past 2 hours. You were hoping to get that early night, you know. Today's the day that I get a good night's rest. And yet, here you are. Your alarm goes off in 5 hours. You've already lost. Tomorrow's already over, you know. You're gonna wake up tired, despite your best efforts. And do you know what the reason for that is? It's not because you didn't turn your blue filter on. No. It's not because of heartbreak, or someone backstabbing you, or a death. It's the questions that keep us up at night. Hence the personal pet peeves. Questions that when you're in bed, you're on the brink of sleep, and in your brain suddenly goes, but what about this? And that's where they get you. That's where your sleep goes, into the abyss, the darkest corners of your mind, thinking about questions that no one should be asking, because they're scared. But I'm not. And today, I'm going to help you find the answers, so that your mind can rest, and so that you can sleep. So, let's go over the first question that I know has been in your mind for a while. What is up with Angel Delight? Genuinely. Angel Delight is just a powder that you mix with milk, and it just sort of becomes this pathetic little goop, really. And you look at it and you're like, but why? Who thought of this? And then you eat it and you're like, sugar. I'm convinced that Pop-Tarts and Angel Delight are science experiments to condense sugar into the smallest capacity possible. The most efficient storage of sugar and potential cancerous cells, to be honest. Anyway. Well, you know what the answer is to Angel Delight? Don't buy it. Because you're better than that. We're all better than that, I think. Do I need to turn up the white noise? Yes, I do. Yeah. Now that you've got more of that in the background, let's go on to the second question. How people that drive motorbikes, how do they learn to drive? You think of a driving lesson in a car, it's this fortified metal box, where even if you crash, the possibility of you hurting yourself reasonably low. You've got an instructor there, guiding you through every step. They can stop the car when they want, they can grab your wheel. They are in control. Maybe even if they don't seem like it, they are in control. But then you get to motorbikes, and you're like, how do they learn? Because it's not like the 80s where they had like a little sidecar and the instructor would sit in it, although that would be pretty cool. No. How do they do it? Do they sit behind you, caressing you, saying, ah yes, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, stop, and then you're already dead. You've already gone at that point. Doesn't matter. Can't say stop, mate. I'm dead. It baffles me. I've asked people this question in my personal life, and they've said funny things like, oh, they have an earpiece, or you follow them. My response to that, how do you follow them if you don't know how to drive it? What do you mean? Imagine being that in a driving lesson. Like, you get put in a car, and the instructor gets in the car in front of you, and they're like, right, follow me. and you're sat there pressing the accelerator, nothing's happening, and you're like, what the hell? This doesn't make any sense. It's ridiculous, really. I think it's a conspiracy. I don't fully know. That's another thing that you should think about, but you shouldn't think about is we're going to answer it. And my honest answer to it is just stop thinking about it. Because realistically, you're never going to drive a motorbike, are you? So why are you even thinking about it? Just get out of your head. It's not important. You know what is important, though? That weird machine at the gym. It's like a cable coming out of the ground, and it has a belt attached to the end of it, and it looks like some sort of alien creation, but you look at it really hard, and you're like, you know what? I think I know what that's for. You wrap it around your waist, and you do squats. Now, that's all good and all, but my real question is, why? Why would you do that? Why would anyone feel the need to wrap a belt around themselves to do a squat? Okay, dumb question, powerlifting, belt, heavy weights, but not in that sense. You get what I'm saying? Shut up. You know, what's a good variation of a squat? Just do a squat. What's your problem? Why are you putting a belt around your waist for? Well, why is there a cable coming out of the earth, grabbing your body and pulling you down into the depths? What happens if you can't get the weight up? Does it just pull you down into the abyss, into them Krampus's lair? What's with it? Just stop it. Just go do something else. Do a normal squat. What are you doing? It's just weird. I don't really get it myself. So, to answer that question, just don't do it. Just genuinely, just do anything else. Walk up and down the stairs. It's better for your legs. Another personal pet peeve I have, and I'm sure you do too. Definitely do. Cats versus dogs. This debate has gone on long enough. Man's best friend, they call dogs. Have you ever seen anything in the news about a cat attack? About a cat killing someone? About a cat killing a child or even attempting to? No. You know why? Because they don't do it. You know what does do that though? Dogs. Dogs they see a child and they just like, oh, ugh. They just go for it. That's okay. People will look at like the ugliest breed of dog and be like, look how gorgeous it is. It's like babies. People will look at an ugly baby and say, isn't he adorable? No, he isn't. What are you on about? Neither's the damn dog. You think that pug looks cute? Are you having a laugh? What absolute rubbish. A cat has never done anything wrong. Imagine you're trying to sleep, your window's a bit open because it's a bit hot. Dog barking, barks, doesn't care about you. The owner doesn't care about the dog. They've got the windows closed, but you can't sleep because of the dog. What's a cat gonna do? Nothing. A cat doesn't bark. Okay. A dog will keep you up at night. You're walking the dog in the park, dog sees another dog. Oh my god, it's been possessed by a devil. It runs off, it drags you across the floor. What's a cat gonna do? Nothing. You don't even take a cat out walking. You let it out, and it comes back in. A dog, after being out for a while, maybe not even being out, just living, smells awful. They smell rancid. What's a cat smell like? They smell like goddamn perfume. It's actually scary how good cats smell. Without bathing rather. It's just ridiculous. Dogs cost more. Cats are cheaper. Cats are smaller. Cats don't break many things. And if they do, it's probably your fault. I just don't see the argument for dogs over cats. I don't think it exists, to be honest. I think it's some sort of... You know, what's the highest title of dog? Man's best friend. What's the highest title of cat? Egyptian god. That should settle the debate right there. Literal gods praised by the people before our generation. And people put dogs above them. Are you serious? You need to get a life, mate. Look at the dog sat next to you right now. What's wrong with you? You could have a cat there. Hell, you could have 3 cats there, because they'd be the equivalent size of a dog. It's just... it's ridiculous, really. Childish. So, if you were pondering that question in your head, don't. Cats are better. You don't need to ponder anything. There's nothing to investigate, no deeper layers dig into. It's just cats are better. I don't know about you. I'm getting a bit tired myself, just answering all these questions with my knowledge. I think we can answer one more though, before I inevitably fall asleep. And that question, let me ponder. People that are professionals in the sport of darts and bowling. No. Okay, we won't count darts. Bowling, because darts, I can acknowledge the skill there actually. Fair enough. Bowling. So, in a game of bowling, the goal is to get a strike. You know? The most you can get is 2 strikes in a row, consecutively. And then, every turn, if you get 2 strikes, you're guaranteed to win. You either win or you tie. There's no losing. But bowling at the highest level... Okay, let me rephrase this way. You go bowling once every 2 years. Let's say out of the 10 shots you get to make, 10 opportunities, you can get 2 strikes in those 10. You play once every 2 years. You don't play this game, and you're getting 2 out of 10 strikes. So, how is it that this is a profession? Because people that bowl competitively, how do they not get a strike? You know? It's essentially putting a goal, like a footballer, in front of an open net. You're a professional. You're not going to miss. Same with bowling. How are you not getting a strike every time? Surely every single bowling match then boils down to just 2 people getting strikes back to back to back to back and it ends in a draw every time. Because there's nothing different. There's no different factors to take into consideration. There's nothing. It's this. You just roll the ball, and eventually you'll roll the ball so much that you're so good at it, you'll just get it every time. You know, maybe they cheat. Maybe they don't put weights in the pins, and they're like, haha. No, that's not what they do, though, is it? So it doesn't make sense. So to answer that question, I'm not going to lie, you weren't thinking that. I struggled to think of it. You know why I didn't think of it? Who watches bowling? What miserable life would you have to leave, where you wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, have a damn hot beverage of Tetley tea, not even Yorkshire tea, Tetley. You get a little bowl of cereal, 3 Weetabix, and you turn on the TV, and your first thought is, yes, bowling. At that point, maybe when you go to sleep, maybe you shouldn't wake up, you know? Which is how I feel right now, because I'm very tired. So, you have a good sleep. I hope this has helped you. you won't be able to turn the video off because you're already asleep. So I'll end it for you, you know, and the phone will turn off automatically because there's nothing going on. I'll save your battery. It's okay. You have a good night.